So 5 auto loan mistakes that could save you thousands of dollars. You see this beauty right here? This is my brand new Toyota RAV4 2023 limited edition. And let me tell you, getting this car was an experience. Not just any experience, a financial roller coaster that had me questioning some of my life choices. My last car, yeah, it decided to retire without any notice. 1 minute we're vibing to some old school R&B, and the next I was on the side of the road googling how much is too much to spend on a tow truck. So like anyone, I decided to get a new ride. And like most people, I had two options: pay cash, which, let's be real, I wasn't about to do, or get an auto loan. Simple, right? Wrong. If you are not careful, financing a car can cost you way more than it should. So today we are talking about 5 auto loan mistakes that could cost you thousands of dollars. Buckle up, because I'm about to save your wallet from disaster this year if you've made a decision to get a new car. And like I tell most people, driving in this economy actually is not a luxury for some people, as long as you make sure that your car is an asset to you and not a liability, meaning that that car is one way or the other putting money in your pocket or helping you keep money in your pocket. Now let's start with the biggest mistake: taking out a loan without actually knowing what you can afford. And I don't mean can you make the monthly payment, I mean can you really afford the car. A lot of people focus only on the car payment, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Insurance, gas, maintenance, and those sneaky dealership fees all add up so fast. Next thing you know, you are eating ramen noodles for 6 months just because your car payment is eating your paycheck up. A good rule: keep your total car expenses, including the loan payment, insurance, and gas, under 15% of your monthly income if you can. And please, before signing anything, use a car loan calculator to see how different loan terms affect your payment, because most times they will not give you the full detail until it's time for you to sign that paperwork. That's when you see all those sneaky small payments being getting added, because in most cases, because the dealership is trying to make the sale, they wouldn't advertise the actual amount that you will be paying when you decide to get a car. They will actually advertise the cost, and when it's time to sign that paperwork, that's when you see that there are extra charges that you need to add on or you have to pay as part of owning that particular car. The second mistake is ignoring your credit score. Your credit score, the 3-digit number that determines whether you get a great deal or a financial nightmare. A high credit score can literally save you thousands of dollars in interest. But if your credit score is looking like a horror movie, lenders will slap you with sky-high rates that will make your car loan way more expensive than it needs to be. So before you even step into a dealership, check your credit score through Equifax or TransUnion Canada for free. If it is low, take some time to improve it by paying down existing debts that you might have, make on-time payments down on debts that you currently have, and correct any errors that you might find in your report. So making that decision to get a car doesn't have to be an impulse decision. If you have goals of possibly owning a car within the next couple of months, it might be time now to start planning on how you can improve your credit score to put you in good standing. That way you can save yourself thousands of dollars by increasing your credit score before you make a decision to go into that dealership to acquire that particular vehicle. Because the truth is, a 50-point difference in your score could mean saving hundreds of dollars every year in interest. And who doesn't love keeping more money in their pocket? I know I do. Mistake number 3: treating the first loan offer like it's the best loan offer. Spoiler alert, it's probably not. Car dealership will often offer financing, but their interest rates aren't always the best. But banks and credit unions like Coastal Capital or Meridian sometimes offer better rates, because I've seen people who have gone to most of these banks and gotten better rates, especially if you already have an account with them. So if you make that decision to get that particular car loan, it might be in your best interest to at least start shopping around and not just go with the first loan offer that you might get from that dealership. Some dealership mark up interest rates to make extra profit on financing, because the truth is they are in this to make money, and for you to come to them, they know that you might actually need the car, and they are counting on you not possibly shopping around for the best deal on the market. That's why it's crucial to compare multiple loan offers before committing to one. You can use pre-qualification tools to check your options without impacting your credit score, because shopping around might just save you hundreds or sometimes even thousands of dollars on that particular car loan. So take that time and put in that time and shop around, and then might end up saving you money in the long run. A little research could save you thousands over the life of the loan. So do yourself a favor and shop around. If you are going to take about 8 years to pay off that loan, it might be worth you putting in an extra day or two just to shop around and compare and contrast offers that are out there before committing to one of them. Mistake number 4 is choosing a long-term loan just for lower payments. I get it, lower monthly payments look good on paper, but a longer loan term means you are paying way more in interest. Many people fall for the trap of financing their car over 7 or 8 years because the monthly payments seem just manageable. But here's the problem: the longer the term, the more you are paying in interest over time. And let's not forget, your car is depreciating whilst you are still paying it off. So if you can really afford it, it might be in your interest to put some money down or possibly make extra payments to try and cut down on the term of the loan. In fact, after 5 years, your car's value will likely be half of what you actually paid for it. If you have a long-term loan, you might still owe more than it's worth, making it hard to trade in or sell without taking a loss. So in truth, if you can actually make extra payments or put some money down just to cut down on the term of the loan, it might be in your interest to do so before signing that particular deal. So my advice always is, whenever possible, go for a shorter term like 4 or 5 years to save money on the interest and avoid being upside down on your loan. Mistake number 5 that I would advise you not to make is forgetting about additional costs. You ever buy something and then realize there were way more hidden costs? When financing a car, it is not just the price of the car that you need to think about. There are taxes, registration fees, and optional add-ons like extended warranties or gap insurance. These extras can add thousands to your loan if you are not careful, because guess what's going to happen? All these extras will be added before they decide to slap the interest rate on the final amount. Gap insurance, for example, is useful if you owe more than the car is worth, but don't let the dealer pressure you into overpriced add-ons. Shop around for better deals elsewhere, because what they will try to do is convince you to add on as much as possible, because that guy is actually a salesperson and he is going to make commission on whatever he sells to you. So he might try to convince you to add things like dash cam, extra insurance for your tires, any other extras that they might have in there. He will try to convince you and make a case for why you might need them. Always ask for a breakdown of all the fees before signing the loan term. And if anything seems unnecessary, negotiate to have it removed before you put pen to paper. And if you feel that that thing is not necessary at that point, my advice always is get them to take it out. You can always make that decision to add it back, because they are counting on you being under pressure at that point to sign that paper without reviewing the fine print. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about leasing? Leasing can work if you prefer driving a new car every few years and don't want to commit to a long-term ownership. It's just like owning a phone and having to return it every 2 years. Not everybody wants to return their phone every 2 years, because the truth is, having to return the phone every 2 years will force you after that 2 years to possibly get a new one, which is extra cost on your budget, especially if you haven't planned for it. But keep in mind, you don't own the car, and you might have mileage limits set on the car if you decide to go for the leasing option. It is an option, but make sure it fits your lifestyle before jumping into it. Don't just go for leasing because you've heard people are going for leasing and that you get a chance to drive a new car every year or every other year. The truth is, you don't own the car and it's not your property. So there will be conditions set on it, and if something might go wrong, you might be liable for the car at some point. If you want to take control over your finances and make sure you are not overspending on your car, grab my free budgeting templates in the description. And if you want to take your financial game to the next level, check out my budgeting video. It will help you manage your money so you are not just buying the car but keeping your finances in check. Click here to watch that particular video.